Welcome to the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast Christmas Day Special. There's nothing really special about it except for the fact that you're probably all asleep, so you're going to wake up to this, and it's going to be like you woke up on Christmas morning, and you opened a present, and what's in that present? The Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast, the only podcast that is always an Instant Classic. Okay, but no, we're talking about Breaking Ground, which again could be a really good Christmas present. You know, if you wanted to, you know, if there was like a DVD set of the whole season, that would be pretty good. But it's on the network for $9.99 a month. Fun fact about the network: they now have gift cards at Walmart. I saw them today because I went to Walmart on Christmas Eve because I'm a dumbass who does that. But anyway, let's get into this Breaking Ground. So we basically pick up where we left off last week, where Triple H is meeting with Bayley and Sasha. He at Full Sail University, not at the Performance Center. He tells them that WWE wants them to main event the next takeover. Which it wasn't London. What was the one before that?
Brooklyn?
What? I don't think it was. No, what? It was the one with the Iron Woman match. I don't know. It might have been Brooklyn. They're all just kind of going together now. I don't know. They need to change these names a little bit more. It's all takeover, and I don't know. But so that, you know, they were excited. They were the first women's match that main evented a WWE pay-per-view, and the first women's Iron Man match, which was pretty cool. Obviously, we've all seen the match already, so it wasn't as exciting in a way. But, you know, it was cool seeing their reaction, you know, seeing how excited Sasha was. She was, like, crying and all emotional, and I wanted to hug her and make it all okay. You got this, girl. If you ever need a hug, Sasha, at all, if you ever need a hug, I got you. Anyway, before that gets weird, any thoughts on that before we move on?
It was NXT TakeOver Respect.
That was the
one. I forgot that one because I thought it was like a city, then another city. That's what got me a little confused. But yeah, I thought this was pretty cool, kind of seeing the background of what happened, how it was kind of interesting to see as much experience as they have in like big matches, still how nervous they were throughout the show, especially more so Bayley than Sasha, because you saw more of Bayley and you saw Sasha in that moment. But you know, it was just a cool moment. I think we already knew what was going to happen, like what he was going to say and whatnot, but we didn't know like the, you know, actual factual portion of it. So, you know.
Yeah, we had no idea what he was going to say. You're lying. We had no idea. We had none. Anyway, next, we go into the coach's office, I guess is what we're calling that, the boardroom area thingy, whatever. Basically, they're making final decisions on who will compete at the next NXT event. And finally, Tino gets his first match back after his injury. He'll be facing Apollo Crews, which I think we talked a little bit about last week, which is cool. You know, I've been wanting to see him, you know, how he does in the ring for a while now, because he seemed like one of those guys that kind of jumped out to me as somebody that I could kind of get behind. So any thoughts on, you know, their decisions?
Yeah, I was excited for Tino after going through his injury. I'm sure he was excited to get back into the ring and whatnot, and to be at a live event, it was kind of cool too. I was thinking about something and then I forgot it. So you know, it's gone. You know, I was definitely excited to see Tino getting back into the swing of things. I'm trying to think of what I was trying to say before that I forgot. Darn it. I'm so upset. It was a good point because I didn't write notes about this particular part for some reason.
I know what the point was. You were going to add that Tino used to play for Tampa, baby.
I don't think that was it. I don't think that was my point. Close, but I don't think. I don't know. I'll think of it later, and I'll be like, oh. So just wait. When you hear that, you know what's going on.
I feel like that was the point. You just don't want to admit it, liar. Anyway, next, Scott Hall comes to visit. I guess he was going to be there the entire week, which is pretty cool. That they get that experience of a legend, kind of at the performance center. Willing to help them with whatever they need, whether it's in-ring stuff or developing their characters, which was kind of cool. Scott does work in the ring a little bit with the competitors. Also, I saw Biff Busick, which was pretty cool. I've talked about him a little bit in the past. He's wrestled for, PWG and a bunch of other indie promotions, which was kind of cool. Finally seeing somebody that I knew was signed by WWE working. But I like that Scott kind of specifically talked to Baron Corbin a little bit. I definitely feel like just the fact that, Scott Hall was always the bad guy. I feel like he could, help Corbin, at least with his character side, help him kind of bring out that, personality a little bit, because that's kind of where he's been lacking a little bit. He definitely has that kind of it factor in the ring. It's just he needs to work on what is his character right now. And I think a guy like Scott Hall could definitely help him out with that. Any thoughts on Razor Ramon coming to visit?
I thought this was cool, and it actually brought another point to my mind as I was thinking about it. But it was cool to see back. Was that?
Did you remember it this time though?
I didn't. No, it was actually about somebody different. But it was cool to see him back in the ring. Kind of getting involved, being kind of hands on, especially at his age and with the certain different problems he's had. It was kind of cool that he can still get in there and help out as much as he could. And yeah, it was cool to see Baron Corbin be a little humble too. You don't always see that from Baron Corbin. I think just in his attitude in general. But like with Scott Hall, he was like really humble about it. Like, how talking about how cool it was to, get advice from him. I thought that was a cool moment for my liking of Baron Corbin. One thing I was thinking about though, I was wondering why Jimmy Jacobs isn't like a trainer. I know he's a writer right now, but he's only 31. I feel like he'd be a good trainer, unless they're trying to like set him up to be in the ring at some point, because I know he's a writer right now for WWE, but I'm wondering why they don't have him training guys and kind of helping guys out. I know maybe because he doesn't know like the WWE style or whatever. He hasn't been through that system or whatever. But I feel like still he could help with some of the simple things, if nothing else, and promos and everything like that too.
But you just brought up a point that I was thinking about is, if they don't want him as a trainer because he's not been through the system and he doesn't know the WWE way, the wrestling style, how I don't understand then how Sarah got, the job as a coach, because she hasn't been, she's been in the indies for years, she's, but she hasn't been in the WWE. So, what, nothing against her, because I love her. I love her, her indie stuff. I love that she's coaching in NXT, but kind of what gives her, what makes her qualified and, doesn't make other people qualified. Like why, I feel like any of those guys, I feel like, Sami Zayn could be a coach. I feel like Kevin Owens could be a coach. All those guys have enough experience. But, that's another question for WWE that we'll never have answered, because they like to lie and tell us that they care about us, but they don't. Liars. Anyway, finally, the Zayn has come back. It kind of worked a little bit. No. Finally, Sami Zayn is featured on Takeover on Breaking Ground. Actually, him being featured, not just him, talking to a class or whatever. Again, they showed his main roster debut, where John Cena just couldn't handle the fact that Sami Zayn on his debut was 100 times more popular than Cena was even at his highest point. So he injured him. He did. He injured him. Of course, WWE is still covering it up and saying, "Oh, it's when he flipped his arms up," and but that's not what happened. That's really not what happened. That John Cena is just, he could not handle the jealousy, and he took it out on poor Zayn. Took him out for 7 long months, but he's back. He's back now. But just, I can't. Any thoughts on the travesty?
Direct from Sami Zayn. It was kind of a weird injury. Something popped when I threw up my arms before the match. End quote.
That's what WWE wanted him to say.
No. And when you watch him afterwards, he grabbed at it, and he got in the ring before the match started, kneeled down and grabbed at it.
No.
You can blame John Cena for a lot of your problems, but he did not injure Sami Zayn.
Yes,
Let's be honest. It was Kevin Owens. He took credit for it anyway. It was Kevin Owens.
It was John Cena. Anyway, moving on, because it was John Cena. Tino is a little bit nervous about his first matchup against Apollo Crews, but he got that new custom suit. He's all pimped out, the player. Any thoughts on the suit that we didn't really get to see in the show, which was kind of upsetting? He didn't wear it on his, entrance. Nothing. Like, what?
Yeah, he should have definitely wore it to the ring. I think that would have been a great. I think that could have been like an addition to his attire. Just wear the whole suit. Just tailor made. No, I did think it was weird that they didn't like show him like, walking in with somebody. Tito. The narrator's like, Tino's ready for his first match. He's coming in with that nice suit. You know how the narrator does. I was surprised they didn't do that. He sounds just like that, by the way. Tino was getting his suit game up though. He's got the money. He's got the money. Shout out to Tino. Bringing out the money bags. I thought this was cool though. It's kind of cool. He's kind of still defining himself. As a character too with the suit. So I thought it was a cool little moment. We don't always get to see these things when people pick out the suits and such. He was hype. He was hype about that suit too. He was ready, willing, and Tino. I mean, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Did I get it wrong?
Yeah, I mean, we could do that too. We could do that. So moving on. We get another promo class where Scott Hall is kind of evaluating, which was kind of cool. Just because, again, he was definitely really good with promos and stuff. So having him there kind of is cool. I personally didn't think Apollo's promo was that bad. I thought it was pretty good. But, Regal being Regal, asked Scott Hall to help him out a little bit, talk to him a little bit. Scott kind of tells him to just be more of himself. Don't be so much of a character. Be yourself. Which I think I've always said I feel like works better for guys. A lot of the guys that are legends now, finally got their big break when they started being more of themselves, like Austin, Triple H, Kane. I mean,
Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker. Undertaker, you know, being the dead man, because that's him. That he walks around in that's what he wears every day. That's not it's just that's what he wears every day. You know, and he anyway, before that gets weird and we go off into some I don't know. Any thoughts on the promo class and you know, Apollo Uha Nation?
You know, I was watching this promo class, and I was excited. I want to see what people had. We saw Hugo Knox, who I'm excited for, Asuka and Bayley, and it was funny when Bayley cut her promo. You know, Scott Hall had that little sly, you know, Razor Ramon looking smile, like that girl fine. You know, I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if anyone else caught that, but I just saw Scott Hall over there, like, yeah, that girl fine. You know, Scott Hall, I think he still got the moves. You know, I think Scott Hall, you know, he might could pull Bayley, but Apollo's promo was not that bad to me. It wasn't. I actually liked it. I liked the message that he was conveying. You know, I didn't think it was that bad. But you know, them talking about the awkward, you know, mic skills and not being ready on the mic and whatnot. Maybe that explains that awkward Finn Balor segment we had from NXT. You know, maybe that explains it a little bit or something. I wasn't really sure. You know, you remember that awkward segment where we were like it seemed forced with the when Apollo came in.
Finn Balor is never awkward. He is the man. He is the champion.
You didn't listen to me. It was with Finn. Finn was there. Darn it. With Apollo.
I get defensive of my boys because I mean I don't have as many as you, so I have to be defensive of them. You know.
Doesn't Silas Young have control of them now, though? Right? You know, isn't he turning them into men? Your boys?
No. He will never turn my boys into men.
Oh, it was I had the wrong boys.
No, no, not those boys, not the mini Usos, not those boys. Which, ironically enough, are twin brothers who work in the Indies. Anyway, moving on. Hey, DJ, talk about your boy Josh, because I didn't want to talk about you, boy Josh.
You know, Casey, first off, the first one of the show, for shame. For shame to you for not want to talk about Josh. I was hyped, you know, moving in with the fam. You know, first off, before we get too deep into it, you know, let me hit the Yeti call real quick. You know, it's been a while. No, it hasn't gotten any better. No, it's never going to be good. And yes, I'm going to do it every time it comes out. Every time I see him, it's going to happen. But, you know, it was kind of cool to, you know, kind of meet his family. You know, we kind of met him vicariously through him and through his webcam on Tough Enough, which was kind of cool. You know, his daughter is just as adorable, not in person, or like kind of in person as she is through the webcam. You know, I just thought it was a pretty cool moment. Finally, Josh has come back to Florida so he can finally start doing what he needs to do and getting on NXT, and soon to be your next NXT World
Heavyweight Champion. I don't think he makes the weight. I don't.
It's not about weight limit. It's about no limit.
I will give him credit. You know, his lady. She got a nice booty. I mean, girl got a booty. I'm not, you know. Moving on.
Like the lucha booties?
No, not like the lucha booty. Next, we got Bay Mella. You know, they chilling at the coffee shop. Talking about the Iron Woman match coming up, you know, getting the coffee on. They got the iced coffee because, you know, that's the new thing to do these days. You get that iced coffee. But I feel like that hot coffee's coming back in 2016. I feel like it's making a comeback. I do. I don't know. I don't know. But any thoughts on Bay Mela? They won at Starbucks, which was weird. It was some other coffee shop. I didn't see a logo or a name or nothing.
So since they were white folks, they had to be going to Starbucks. Racist. But that's a cool moment. Once again, kind of seeing those nerves. I think even Carmelo is a little nervous because Carmella knows after this Iron Woman match, she is soon to be your NXT. Soon to be your NXT Women's
Light Heavyweight
Champion. Not the Light Heavyweight Championship. It's not. But seriously though, it's just kind of cool to see how they interact with each other. They're obviously best friends, so she's gonna talk about it. I was kind of wondering if they were kind of like keeping this a secret, or they were gonna tell the world. I was kind of wondering what was gonna go on. With that, the hand motions are needed. So.
I don't know if you're doing like spirit fingers or what are you doing there? I don't know. Moving on from the light heavyweight championship, because we all know it's the light heavyweight. We've all seen the belt. We know what the belt looks like, and it's we're not at that part yet. We're not at that part yet. That comes later. Move it anyway. Next, Emma's partner and Billy Kay are working out. I would give it to her. She looked good. She looked good working out. I would have worked out with her. Out of the ring, because I can handle her out of the ring. I can take it. I like the Brooke that is Dana outside of the ring. It's the in the ring and the promos that I can't. But she looked good. She was talking about the pants she was wearing, and I was thinking about the pants that she was wearing, and girl. Anyway, well, any thoughts about the workout? They weren't doing bullfit, which was weird.
First off, they're officially called scrunch butt pants. Style. Pants by Dana Brooke. That's what she called them. So that's what I put down in my notes. I think they may have been doing like an alternative version of bullfit or something. Because Bull comes out with those scrunch butt pants. When
booty, they doing the bull booty.
They're doing the bull booty, yeah. So Bull be having the scrunch butt pants on in his other video. They saw it, they watched it. They took it in, and then they just took it out to the streets, so everybody know. Everybody can join in on the bull booty fit. Bull booty fit.
All right. Next, Sami Zayn again.
By the way, that will be trending worldwide.
If if you can get Cole to say it, because according to Cole, everything is trending worldwide all the time. Next, we get Sami Zayn rehabbing that shoulder injury. He coming back. He fighting through the pain. Because he's the man. He's the man. Any thoughts on the man, the myth, and the legend?
I did not see Jesse Goddard's in this episode of Breaking Ground, but if I do, I will let you know, Casey, because I did not see him. And there's only one man who is the TNA. Okay. No.
He doesn't have a title. He does.
I'm gonna bring that belt out as much as possible. It's Christmas, Holly Jolly, and such, so it's gonna happen. I thought this was an interesting inside look into Sami Zayn's recovery, kind of what people were thinking, what people have been telling him, and how he's not gonna stop until he is your new NXT World. I was grabbing the belt, but I didn't, but I thought it was a little inside look at your soon-to-be NXT World.
You mean WWE World Heavyweight Champion? But that's not the World Heavyweight. Even though it's just the corner of the belt, we still know that is the light heavyweight championship that is retired. Anyway, next, we go back to the Playa Tino. I think that's going to be his ring name, the Playa. He's heading to the show in his pimped out ride. He got that nice ride. He still got money from playing on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then we got Apollo. He's riding with Peyton Royce to the event. He got the girl driving, because that's how he rolls. He got that lady driving, what? But, they kind of talked about his match. His punches, and I quote, look like Dookie. That is a direct quote. His punches look like Dookie. And he did a horrible sell on a dropkick, which could have potentially hurt Apollo. It was a obvious botch on the sell. He kind of like turned out of it, which was weird. What
was that word you used to describe that?
Anyway, and there was a point where I was confused because Corbin wasn't being a dick to Tino. Like, I didn't think he had the ability to not be a dick, and he was not a dick. And I was like, what? But unfortunately for Tino, after the match, he was talked to and put down in the beginner's class again, because again, his punches look like Dookie. And I had said nothing. I said he messed up the drop kick thing. He did. I didn't say any other word, but he messed up. I didn't say a word that started with B and is a word that we don't say on the Instant Classic Wrestling podcast ever. Thoughts on that? We're going to get it on the next TNA show anyway. Like, every other word is going to be botched. It's good.
Botched. All right. First off, Apollo got the sick ride and such because he got the money, Shout out to Apollo. Not Apollo, but Tino. Sorry. I got them mixed up. They look like exactly the same. I got them mixed up.
White guy.
They twins. Apollo was trying to save the world with that carpool game, and get the girl. He gets it. He understands, So he understands what he's doing. He's a smart man, getting that carpool game, saving the world and getting the girl, I see you. It's a little bit like Austin Powers there, I like it. I like it. I didn't hate the first match. I wish, one thing they need to do for Breaking Ground in the next, I guess we're calling it season, is they need to have like Breaking Ground extras and put these matches on there so we can like actually, really see these guys instead of the little few clips that we get. Because you can show like a couple of clips and make it seem like it was worse than it really was. But because I think that was a little hard on Tino. It was his first match back and whatnot. He was still getting jitters out. He spun out of the dropkick, which was not good. And then I didn't think the punches were that bad. I watched them a couple of times. I didn't think they were that bad, personally. I kind of like the style he was going with. That smash mouth from the side ways style. I thought it was unfortunate that he got sent back to the beginner's class. I think they're being too hard on him. I do. You can't just push a man down when he makes a couple of mistakes. That's how you're supposed to learn from him. If you get pushed down every time, what are you learning from? Nothing. Albert, A-Train, Tensai. What are you doing?
You forgot sweet tea.
Sweet tea. You know.
But I think
what are you
doing? You're missing the main point here, and the main point is Dookie. His punches look like Dookie, sir. Okay, I'm gonna use that to describe every messed up move from now on. It looked like Dookie. John Cena looks like Dookie in the ring. Anyway, moving on. Next, my boy Sami Zayn. We saw a lot of the Sami Zayn tonight, and I was happy. And Tyler Breeze, my other boy. They made a horrible mistake, and they helped the red-haired bimbo. It was so painful because I was like, "Yay, Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze!" It was very emotionally hard on me to watch this. Any thoughts? Because I mean, you already got a private trainer, and that didn't do anything. So why are they trying? Why?
You know what? I personally like the move by Sami Zayn and Tyler Breeze helping out in a competitive business.
They just trying to get some. I respect it, but I'm not saying I agree.
I don't think that's it. I think they're just trying to help her out because they see the potential in Eva Marie, who is soon to be your world NXT women's.
Your belt's upside down.
Because it's the women's. I mean, you didn't. It wasn't the light. It wasn't the light heavyweight title, anymore because it was upside down. That was the point. That's all you got to do. You just changed it to W for Wumbo. Patrick said it best. But was that Mr. Uso? I don't know which one it is because can't tell them apart. But was that the Uso out there with the beard? Helping train too? I think it was. It looked just like him with a beard. I've never seen him with a beard, so I don't know if it was him. It might have been like an imposter Uso or something. I'm not sure, but it looked like it was him though, which is kind of cool. I like how when you're hurt, you can still kind of help out a little bit. I think that's you're not just sitting around doing nothing unless it's really serious. I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, you can help somebody that has potential, but she
does. She is soon to be. I just told you. Eva Marie is soon to be your NXT World Women Champion of the world.
Let's move on. Next, the huge lady, Nia Jax, is working on her gimmick and her look. What she gonna be wearing to the ring. And any thoughts on what she gonna be wearing to the ring that we have not seen yet? So it's a surprise to us.
Not that they didn't show the debut, her going out for a debut match or any, we didn't see it. Plus she never debuted, ever. It took her, a while. So, but yeah, I was excited to see her pick out her wardrobe. It's kind of cool because I think a lot of times you don't think that the superstars like pick out their stuff because they don't really pick out their characters as much. They pick out their characters, but more of the like set in stone stuff is kind of, for the coaches and the writers and whatnot, or whoever does it. I don't know who does it. But shout out to Nia Jax for picking that, slick, wardrobe. It probably was pretty slick. It's kind of silky. You probably put your hand on, just slide right off. Just like that. But I was excited for Nia Jax's debut that we haven't seen yet. I was excited. Because she is soon to be.
Go ahead.
Women's champion, along with Eva Marie. They're gonna be dual champions.
Oh, so they're gonna do that lay cool thing where they cut the title in half? I get it. But you wanna talk about your boy Josh again? Because your boy Josh was on again. Not ZZ, because couldn't get somebody talented. They had to get Josh.
Because Josh is no. But I was excited to see Josh. This was actually when he landed in Orlando. The first one, I think, was he was talking about moving in the family. We got to see his adorable daughter again, which was great. We got to see his I don't know, his lady friend, that Casey is very fond of. It seems like he is very fond of the lucha booty that she has, but it was cool to see Josh moving in because he can finally go on the road. He can go on the road and he can get ready to win the NXT
Light
World
Championship.
Heavyweight Championship. All you see is the logo, so you don't really know what belt it is. So it's the NXT World.
That's the old logo, though.
Some of the NXT belts, they reverted back to the old logo to kind of see what it looked like. It was a smart move, I think. Just to kind of see, so it can have that retro feel to it.
Oh, okay. I get you. I know what you. That looks a lot like the light heavyweight. Did they recycle it? Is that what they did? They recycled.
Yeah, they took some notes. It saves money.
Yeah. I get it.
They haven't presented this one yet. This is actually the new NXT World Heavyweight Championship.
I get it. What's that word that you covering up? What is
it's just black marker right there,
that they covered something else up with? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, see, you can't, it says heavyweight.
Oh yeah, no, that looks like a H and a T. That's not how you spell heavyweight. But anyway, moving on. We got that Mojo Rawley, having a housewarming party that for some reason I was not invited to. I don't know if my invitation got lost in the mail or something went wrong. I never got it. But I'm kind of glad I didn't go because Mojo is way too hyped. He is too hyped. I don't even want to know what happened when the camera turned off. I'm afraid to know what happened. Thoughts on the craziness that probably ensued? I think he got arrested. I'm gonna be honest.
I know. This was a very exclusive party, so I know we both got our invites. I think what happened was it was just mailing. It's tough. I think we might have got them by like email or something. And I don't check my email like talking about it no more. So that might have been what it was. Because this is a very exclusive party. Because the doorman was the returning Rey Mysterio. It was Rey. I saw him. I saw him with my own two eyes. And I was hyped. I was like, so Rey Mysterio going to NXT. That's what it is. I see what they're doing, and he's soon to.
Go ahead, say it.
I'll wait.
Man is soon to be NXT World Lightweight Heavyweight Championship of the world,
of the cruiserweight,
of the universe, just everything. Moving on. Next week we get Asuka working out in the ring with Emma's partner. Because they were working out together. They doing some moves, and somehow Emma's partner just she messed up a move and got hurt. Nothing on Asuka's part. It's just that when she gets into that Dana Brooke character is when she messes things up. That's what it is. Outside the ring, she cool. Like, I can hang out with her. I can check out the scrunchy butt pants because I like the scrunchy. Moving on. Thoughts on I can't do it no more. I can't.
This is a shame because Dana Brooke was soon to be. I mean, and we know it. We know it. She was soon to be your NXT Women's Champion. Women's.
Oh, not the scrunchy butt champion.
She can hold that title too. I mean, she can be a dual champion.
I mean,
this is a shame, but I'm glad we saw this though, because it kind of showed us, what's been going on with her, because we've been kind of wondering, but we didn't know. They weren't like they didn't tell us she was hurt, on NXT programming, but I think she's soon to be back, soon, because she was talking to Emma on the latest episode of NXT. So Dana Brooke,
don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
I'm excited. I like Dana Brooke. I think she has potential. Potential.
With the scrunchy butt, she got a lot of potential with the workout and. I'm sorry. But yeah, she got more potential than the other redheaded lady that has had like 17 private trainers and none of them could do anything with her because she sucks. So that was Breaking Ground for your Christmas Day Breaking Ground. That wasn't actually on Christmas Day. We're as usual a couple days late, but we did that specifically so you could get this on Christmas Day. That's right. We didn't plan that out, but it just happened, and we're saying that we planned it. The hell are you doing?
There's music playing outside, man.
And
I'm hyped.
Okay. But this has been the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast review of Breaking Ground, because they broke ground. They breaking all the ground, and no, nobody is the light heavyweight champion. It is a retired belt. No. We will see you on the flippity dippity. Oh yeah.
And we are soon to be.